Okay, so here we're doing number 17 on page 391, and we're given a separable differential equation and an initial condition and asked to find the particular solution. So first we're going to recognize that there's two terms here and here. We're also going to rewrite y prime as dy dx and then subtract the first term over to the other side. So let's go ahead and start with that. So dy dx is equal to negative y times x plus 1. At this point, we can multiply both sides by dx. That's going to give us dy equals negative y x plus 1 dx. We're going to divide the negative y over to the other side. So we have negative 1 over y dy equals x plus 1 dx. At this point, we can integrate both sides. Integrating the left-hand side, we can pull the negative 1 out and get negative 1 times ln of absolute value of y equals term by term x squared over 2 plus x, and then again we add the plus c at this point. When we add the plus c initially, we're going to take the initial condition, which means that the particular solution has to go through, that curve has to go through this coordinate point. We're going to plug that in and get at y equals 1, so ln of absolute value of 1 equals negative 2 squared is 4 divided by 2 is 2 minus 2 plus c. So ln of 1 is 0. So we get 0 equals c. Once we get 0 equals c, we're going to go back to the expression that we had with, or equation we had with the c in it, bring that down, and now add in our c value, which at this point is 0. If we're asked to solve for c, before we exponentiate or take e to the power of both sides, we have to clear our negative. So what I'm going to do is divide both sides by negative and get, this is negative x squared over 2 minus x. Then at this point we can exponentiate both sides. E to the power of is going to allow us to undo the ln, and we can now say absolute value of y is equal to e to the power of negative x squared over 2 minus x. When we get rid of the absolute value, we drop the absolute value and stick a plus or minus in front of our e. When we do that, we want to make sure that both the solution curves, so currently it's saying that our solutions, our particular solutions, there's two. There's one in which it's positive e to the negative x squared over 2 minus x, and one in which it's negative e to the negative x squared over 2 minus x. We want to verify whether the initial condition that was stated at the beginning, this initial condition, which I'll go ahead and copy and paste, does this actually pass through both of these curves? So when we consider the fact that the y value is positive, the only one that actually truly works if we plug negative 2 in to get positive 1 is the positive version. So therefore, we eliminate this one as a possible solution. So our answer is y equals positive e to the negative x squared minus x.